Hello, I'm live. Welcome to my live stream. I have not live streamed in a minute, so I thought I would say hello to everyone. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Hello! I'm sorry if I sound like utter shit. I am getting over a cold. Oh my god, I forgot how fast the chat goes on this. I've been mostly doing live streams for Patreon, and there will only be like 14 of us in the thing, so we get real in depth and stuff. Hi, here's Congress. As you can see, he's chilling here. Woo! Oh, she looks like a zombie. Thank you so much. I have no makeup on, and there's overhead lighting. And also, I just said I'm still sick and getting over it. So thank you for that. Thank you for making me feel self-conscious about looking like a zombie. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh yes, also just so you guys know, I am clearing the way for new designs on Ghost and Stars. So I'm trying to get rid of all of the designs that are sort of low stock right now. You can get 50% off by using the code HALF at checkout. You'll get half of your entire order off because I want to put some like new merch and stuff in there. So feel free. Okay, I'm just gonna hide my face and like read the chat. So let's see. Oh God, the chat goes very fast. Okay. What is this live stream for? Just for funsies. I had some time and I realized I haven't live streamed in a minute, so I just wanted to say hi and connect with people. Honey, you have bags. I know I have bags. Get over it. I'm like almost 30. Calm down. Don't hide your face. You're beautiful. Thanks, guys. Love being critiqued about my appearance from the internet. You know what? Y'all are used to seeing me with a bunch of makeup on and with really good lighting. So, sorry. I also have eyebrows that protrude from my head. Thanks, Sahar. Any merch for the guys? Yes, there's some unisex stuff in there. And it's great. How's my day? It was really good. I took the weekend off. I felt like I was dying. I had 2 different kinds of infections and also the flu. And so I was really working on just being better, being my best self. Oh my God, I do have bags. What is this? Oh my God, I hate this lighting. Did I just like 30s around the corner so I just become crazy looking all of a sudden? Anyway, whatever. I'll get over myself. It's fine. How's your kitty? Oh, my kitties are great. They are great. What was that picture in Twitter today? Are you a singer now? Yes, so I've been working on an album for the last year and a half, and I did 13 tracks and 13 music videos. So it's been a huge thing in the making. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen me post some Insta stories in like crazy outfits and all this stuff. And that has been for the album. And so this week, or last week technically, I signed with Red Light Management, which is a music management company, and I'm going to start releasing music next month. Why, thank you. I am trash, number 1. Aw, you helped me realize I was in a bad relationship, and I love your videos in general. I'm so sorry that you were in a bad relationship, but I'm glad you got out of it. That stuff's hard, man. That stuff is hard. Let's see. What does the poster behind you say? Things will work out. A reminder to myself. Anna, can I just clarify? Are you Filipino Chinese? I am Filipino. I'm also Japanese and some other stuff. I wish I could give you a big hug. Thank you. I wish you could too. I love hugs. Do you have any life advice you are living by right now? Yes, I do, actually. So I'm reading this book that was recommended to me by Michelle Pham. It's called Living in the Light by Shakti Gawain. I hope I'm saying her last name correctly. And it's all about more mindful living. Berserk Will just said, call me daddy. Sorry, you're not my boyfriend. But living in the light is what really resonated with me about this book was periodically pausing throughout the day and checking in with your intuition to see what you should do. And I've been trying to really cultivate my connection with my intuition, because when I have listened to my intuition, I've made some of the scariest but most rewarding choices of my entire life. Decisions where I was like, I don't know if this is going to work. If I fail, this is going to be embarrassing and mortifying, but I have this strong urge that I have to do this. And so I have. And so throughout the day, like today or even yesterday, I like paused and checked in. Yesterday I was like peak sickness, so I just listened to my intuition and it was like you need to stop working and you need to spend the day just in bed. And for me, I'm such a doer. It's very difficult. She also talks about doers and beers and how that's sort of like a type A, type B kind of personality. But people who are doers have a very hard time just doing nothing and having unstructured free time and just relaxing and existing, and how important it is for us who are the doer types to cultivate that, and how important it is for the type B people to have more structured time, to take more action. So yeah, that's the life advice I have for you right now. It's also a fantastic book. Highly recommend. What was it like being in the movie Ant-Man? It was great. I liked it. Thank you, Tatiana. Ellie says, thanks for helping me get through hard times. Thank you, Ellie. Oh. Guys, that's so nice of you. The internet has been so nice today, with the exception of talking about my baggy eyes. Thank you, Minion Penguin. Have my free super chat. Love all you do, BB. Why, thank you, RDSR Jr. Oh, Bella, happy birthday. Claire wants to know if it's Congress sleeping behind me. Indeed it is, Mr. Congress. I've been watching you since I was 11, says Haley. I'm 17 now. Oh my God, I've been making videos for that long and getting ready for college. Do you have any advice? Love you. Love you too, Haley. Thank you for watching me for 6 years. Holy shit, I've been doing this a long time. In terms of advice for college, I never went to college, so that's a little hard for me. I went to a couple of semesters of community college, and then also I've just taken college courses as an adult because I found it to be very fun. I would recommend have a good time, cultivate really good friendships. The one thing I will say as an adult that most people seem to have from college, besides debt, so I hope you have a scholarship, is friendships, and friendships that they've taken to be lifelong. And so I think go into college and make some friends and learn and have a good time. And be responsible, because I know some people also they get a little crazy in college. You gotta get their stomach pumped, so be careful. Thank you, Ellie. It's my birthday. Can I get a hello? Happy birthday. Wait. Oh God. Thank you, Shaved Learner 89. Who is your longest friend that you currently have? My longest friend that I currently have is named Gabby Bato, and we met in high school when I was, oh God, how old was I? 16? So, no. Was I 16? Oh, I was. So I've known Gabby for 13 years. Wow, that's terrifying. This is what growing up is, I guess. Now I finally understand why people freak out about this. Caesar wants to know why my cat is called Congress. Well, I had 3 cats. Ray actually gave me Congress, which looking back is an insane gift. Giving another human being a responsibility for 18 years is just insane. Also, the fact that he is inbred and requires a lot of medicine and has a lot of problems. But I'd written a short story when I was a child called A Cat Called Congress. And so for, I think it was like Christmas or my birthday or something, Ray gave me a cat called Congress. Love your videos, watching you for many years. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. The one, Michelle, any advice on dealing with depression? Go to therapy. Go to therapy. You should go to therapy. Do it. I am not cute, but you are. Emma, I'm sure you're adorable. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cave to the bullying of the internet. I know that's setting a bad example. You know what, guys? I'm proud of these bags. These bags are my hard work, okay? These bags are 10 years in the making of working really hard. And you know what? I can always buy some concealer. So fuck all the people who are mean about my bags. Sammy says, I've been having a really hard time making friends. I've even joined clubs and been in plays, and I feel like I don't belong. Do you have any advice for me? Making friends is hard. It is. I'm an adult woman, and I have gone from friend group to friend group to friend group. It can be really difficult. And I would say don't get discouraged. I would think of friendships too like seasons. Some people are only meant to be in your life briefly. Some people are meant to be in your life for years. Very few are meant to be lifelong friends. But I think, if you're doing all the things, and it sounds like you're doing all the things to get out there, don't be discouraged, Go from activity to activity with enthusiasm and try to put yourself out there. It sounds like you're well on your way, Sammy. Morgan says, help. Do you have tips for trans people stuck in the closet? Wow. I mean, I am bisexual. Um, Coming out of the closet was very difficult for me. I don't know. I don't pretend to understand the trans experience, and I don't want to lead you astray. I know there are definitely some people online who have advice about that, and I don't want to speak on behalf of a community because gay, lesbian, bisexuals, asexuals, none of us can necessarily understand the trans experience. I would say be true to who you are, but also be careful because there is a lot of violence against trans people and it's very scary. And I would say put your safety above all else. Ideally, live your truth, speak your truth, but also please be careful. Face of an angel. Love you, Anna. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Your validation means everything. Shintan says, I'm stuck in the middle of totally relating to all of your videos and not relating to any of them. I've been here since How to Not Get Raped, and all I wanted to say is you're such an inspiration. Thank you, Shintan. I appreciate that. Also, what a fun, weird thing of relating to everything and relating to nothing. Tyrell says, can you give us a hint as to the kind of music you'll be making? Also, maybe collab with Gabby Hanna. Also, me and my fiance. Love watching your videos. Tell your fiance I said that. I would say it's pop. I do rap quite a bit on this first album. The second one doesn't have as much rap on it. A little bit of alternative vibes, like heavy guitar, but mostly pop. I'm very excited. I don't know if I'd collab with Gabby Hanna. I don't really run in YouTube circles. I wish I did. I wish I knew more people and had more friends in this realm, but kind of know. Everyone I know is more on the film TV side. Please come to Brazil. I hope so. How are you doing? Sounding sick. Getting over it though. I'm good. I'm so close. Why are you so good at advice? Years of therapy. Also, how do I build my self-confidence and try to make more friends? My best friend moved away, so I've been kind of depressed and it's been hard to make friends. The ways in which I have felt the most confident about myself are when I honor who I want to be. So when you think of yourself and who you want to be, who is that? What kind of things does that person do? What kind of traits do they have? And there's this little bit where you're like aiming to be this person and you have this person in mind as you live your life. And slowly but surely, as you do the things that you think that person would do, or say the things that they'd say, or embody the qualities you think they have, you close the gap between wanting to be that person and being that person. So when I think about, like, I came across this like maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and I kept being like, well, what kind of person do I want to be? And I was like, well, if I could be like the best version of myself, I want to know how to like pole dance and like do aerial silks, and I'd be the kind of person who's like really flexible and like taking lessons and like learning an instrument, and I would like speak this many languages. And so I was like, okay, well, I can technically start doing all of those things. And the more I actually did the things that I felt like my highest self would do, version of myself could do, the more I felt more confident and felt more like me and felt more like a badass. So I would do this little vision boarding for yourself of like, who is the ultimate me? And then make slow steps to become that. Thomas Carroll, what was it like seeing your face in a Marvel movie? It was actually really fun because a bunch of my friends came with me, and when I came on screen, they all were like, blah, big friends and screaming. And so it was one of those like really fun moments where you're like, it's me, guys, it's me. One time I was on a plane and someone was watching Ant-Man and my part came up, and I wanted to go next to the screen and like start saying my lines to them as they did it. And then I was like, that's lame. Don't be a little lame-o. So I didn't. Hi, I love you so much. I grew up learning from you. Thank you. My sister has been dealing with really bad depression, and I want to know how I can help. So everyone needs something different, I think, with depression. For me, I most often want someone to just listen and be there. Other people sometimes need you to not say anything and be there. Some people need space. And I guess the only thing you can really do is let her know that you're here for her. You're not going to judge her in any way. If she wants to talk to you, that's great. If she just wants company, that's great. I would say if you could do small things that let her know that you're thinking of her that aren't necessarily intrusive, great. Things to not do, don't try to fix it. Nobody wants you to try to fix anything. Don't try to give her advice that isn't welcome. This is a hard one for me to do because it's part of what I do on YouTube. So, and I would say just let her know that you're there and that you would like to comfort her, but you don't know how. And if she ever feels like she can communicate how that would be to you, then that'd be helpful. Oh my God, it's my mom's birthday on Wednesday. No, I knew that. Okay, never mind. Okay. Sarah says, you and Jenna Marbles are my role models at the moment. I love Jenna Marbles. I have procrastinated for hours watching your videos. Thank you. I don't know if that's good. I don't know if I'm glad that I've kept you from your studies, but cool. What are your thoughts on dating in high school? I dated a lot in high school. I liked it. The only thing I would say that sucked is that I took everything way too seriously. And I felt like, oh my God, this is the end. Oh my God, the man I love is blah, blah, blah. It's not that serious. It's practice. Any tips for those struggling with confidence? Fake it till you make it, baby. Just fake it till you make it. Do all the things that I said before about trying to honor your best self. Okay, let me look at the chat. Did you eat anything good today? Well, I made myself a Beyond sausage, which is the vegan sausage, and in a pasta with lots of veggies. Guspool says, remember to eat, because I know you forget sometimes. Listen, Guspool, I'm either binge eating or not eating because of stress, and I have a really bad relationship to it, and I'm working on it. Garth says, I have bad depression. Your videos help. Thank you. That said, if you guys have any recommendation for videos, please let me know. I've been doing this for so long now that I don't really know sometimes what people want to see or what's welcome. So if you have certain things, please let me know. Sarah wants to know, how do I get my cat to talk to me more? Some cats just are not vocal. I have one cat that will, what are you doing, Lily? I have one cat that will meow at me all day, every day, and another cat will not. Sama for the win. Please give me a shout out. I am a Twitch streamer. Sama for the win. Here's your shout out. She is a Twitch streamer. Support female gamers. Actually, are you a female? I don't know. I'm sorry if you're not. I was trying to tell by your thumbnail. I don't know, and it's gone. Okay. Let's see. I don't know what's happening or why you did a live stream. So, guys, why are you so surprised? I used to do live streams, okay? I could have a chance with the guy who's most likely moving the next school year. I want to go for it, but I'm worried I'm going to put myself out there and get hurt. Look, Alex, it's better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. And I say, if you're making a decision out of fear, it is probably a bad one. Make your decisions out of love. You sound sick. I know. I already said I was sick, you guys. You're a true inspiration. Thank you, Magali. I only recently learned that you exist, and you're already one of my favorite people. Now that I know you have cats, it's even more the case. Why, thank you very much. You guys, this is so nice. I forgot how nice the internet can be. The internet can be so nice. Oh my God. Hi, your videos are so well edited. Thank you. Now you use shooting and editing. And thank you for reviewing the videos. They've helped in tough situations. You're welcome. I'm very glad to be of service. The guy who shoots for me, his name is Eric Lombart. He actually, pardon me, did he do the one kit lighting? Let me check his website because he did like a whole breakdown of our videos together and like what he shot with, and he edits as well. One kit lighting. Well, his name's Eric Lombart. Let me look at his Instagram. Maybe he has information on that. I don't know what we shoot on anymore. I stopped shooting forever ago. I know he edits on Adobe Premiere Pro. I think we shoot on a C300, if I'm not mistaken. There are some photos. Oh, yeah, he has plenty of photos of all of us. So if you go to Eric Lombart on Instagram and you scroll down, you'll see a photo of me in a clown outfit and clown makeup. And he's posing with our camera, the light dome, and the equipment there. Sorry that that's not helpful at all. I'm about to hand in my dissertation, and it's Marvel themed. Congratulations, little green eyes. It's super stressful, but I love doing a topic. Good for you. Honestly, I want more women, more women in this space. I'm tired of people not letting us be here or telling us we have to know Thor's blood type in order to exist here. No, we do not. No, no, no. Thank you, Anna Gabriel. I hope I get better soon, too. Sarah says, personal advice for high school. I want you to listen to me when I say this. High school goes on forever. The rest of your life is high school. We think high school is everything, and it matters so much. And how wrong we are, because high school never ends. It lasts literally beyond itself. It lasts well into your 30s, your 40s, your 50s. It never really truly ends. So I want you to take comfort in the fact that life is really, really long. Really long. And you don't really get it because I only get it now that I've lived extra years, like 10 or 12 or 15 extra years on top of high school, that I'm like, oh yeah, those 4 years in high school seem so long because my reference level for life was so short. Now that my reference level is so long, oh my God. I know it's hard to internalize, and you probably won't even really get it till you hit 30. But take comfort in that one day you will look back on high school fondly and laugh at yourself. Let's see. What does it say? Just want to let you know you helped me a lot with my life issues and my mental health. Thank you. I just moved from the EU to Australia for my partner. Yay! Congratulations, Yuki. That's awesome. Itzel says, I've been a fan since 11 years old. Oh my God. Oh my God. And you've helped a very sad girl get through a lot. Thank you, and I love you so much. I treasure your music. You guys, this is so nice to hear. Sometimes when you're making videos, I'm like, does anyone fucking care about this shit? Pardon my language. And this is such a lovely thing to hear. Sophia, I tried to fake it till you make it for 7 years. Ended up giving me an identity crisis. Help, who am I? Don't necessarily fake it till you make it. Just be your best self, honestly. And sometimes yourself is going to change. Most likely, yourself is going to change a lot over the years. Life is a process of reinvention. Levy says, your love for cats has gained my lifetime support. Thank you, fellow cat lover. Thank you for your honest and real insight into mental health issues. Of course, I have many. I have so many. Thank you, Brembo Joe. Figuera says, Anna, I'm going to be 20 this year, and I'm freaking out. I feel very lost. Also, I've been watching you for 5+ years, and I love you, and I'm proud of you. Thank you for watching me for so long. I love you. I'm proud of you, too, for being 20. It's very normal to be lost at 20, honestly. I think that's incredibly normal. I think you have the fun thing of going off and discovering yourself. How beautiful. How freaking beautiful for you. What does it say? I'm 34, and I still cringe at remembering high school. Yeah, but it's a fun cringe, isn't it? Isn't it just like, oh my God, what a dumb time. I've been subscribed to you for years, and I love you. I love you too, Summer. You guys, so nice. Sometimes the internet's so mean. This is really nice. Elise wants to know, any tips on self-criticism? Well, Elise, sometimes I think self-criticism gets a bad rap. You know, we have this notion that feelings are good or feelings are bad, when the truth is they're neither. We just describe a positive or negative quality to them. Everything that you feel, everything that you think is in some way trying to serve you, although it might not be in a healthy or actually helpful way. I used to be very self-critical. I mean, you could have seen me at the beginning of the stream, commenting on my own baggy eyes and feeling really insecure and self-conscious. However, that criticism also lets me know, like, yo, girl, you need to clearly, like, get some sleep. Like, look at this shit. So it, like, all depends on the way that you look at it, right? Like, I can critique myself to feel terrible about myself, or I can critique myself in order to improve and become better at what I'm doing. It's your choice how you want to interpret that inner critiquing voice. Sometimes your critiquing voice can say things in a really brutal, fucked up way, and you're like, yo, you could say that a little bit nicer, okay? And rewiring that just takes a lot of practice to turning it into a habit. I've gotten very good for now. We'll see. Hopefully things don't change. About treating myself like I would my lover. I'm such a loving person. And when I'm treating a friend or a family member or a lover, like if I'm talking to them or I'm taking care of them, I'm so nice. But if it's to myself, I treat myself like a little piece of shit. And I was like, what is that about? Like I have to treat myself as nicely as I would treat anyone else. Otherwise, how is that genuine at all? And that's really changed my whole life. It's been really nice, you guys. Britley is becoming a psychologist and she loves my videos. Oh my God, that's so cool. Please let me know about that. I love that. You should try the Wim Hof breathing methods. It's basically pranayama breathing. They will help boost your immune system. Sorry, I can't talk to you guys. Plus other benefits that you can do of it. I'll look into Wim Hof breathing methods. Thank you. Anna, I've been a longtime fan. Thank you, the everyday legend. I met you as Slave Leia at STCC like 10 years ago. Oh my God. What a long time ago. Brennan Corn says, as an autistic guy, I find cats to be easier to understand than humans. Their simultaneous need for space and to avoid overstimulation. It's basically me in a nutshell. I'm just not quite as bloodthirsty though, usually. Good for you. I find cats to be easier to understand than humans as well. Also, I hope that your journey with autism is beautiful and fun. Bioside says, I follow you for a while and I love your videos. You've been an inspiration to me and also you're beautiful. Stop. Bioside, stop. Tell me more. Tell me more. Carly Dixon. Hi, I love you. Any black female kitten name suggestions? Oh, Lupita. Name her Lupita. After Lupita Nyong'o, I love her. Please name her Lupita. Question mark 5 says, those baggy eyes are easily hidden by those delicate eyes, that bright smile, and the voice of a siren, and the character anyone can fall in love with. Stop, you guys. Stop it. Oh my God. Stop. Get out of here. Stop. Stop with these compliments. Sarov says, help. I'm recovering from a year-long depression. And now I think the depression itself was traumatizing. How do I start feeling strong again? Was it depression or do you have PTSD? This is a legit question. I think you should go to therapy and make sure. I had a friend who thought she had depression and she actually had PTSD. You might know her, Hazel Hayes. She's very open about talking about it as well. She'd been misdiagnosed for years and finally was able to start getting the specific kind of therapy treatment that she needed in order to move through her PTSD. So I would want to make sure that if you're battling something for that long and things don't seem to be working for you, like, do you have the right diagnosis? In terms of coming out of depression that long, it's cliche, but it is cliche for a reason. Exercise, eating right, sleep, taking care of yourself, having a morning and evening routine, having structure, all of that stuff. It's all the little stuff that really helps take that low up a notch. So I'd recommend figuring out what that looks like for you. Oh, thank you, Kendry. I appreciate that. Summer says, after I first attempted suicide, and I can't say I would be the person I am today without your advice, and I still watch those vids when I need help. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I've never attempted. I mean, luckily, I've been too afraid, and I really love that I'm too afraid, but I'm so sorry for anyone who has. It's so scary. Oh, thank you, Lynn. I appreciate your kind words. You guys are so nice. What's your favorite anime? Ooh, this is hard. Ooh, what do I love? I love Inuyasha. I love Rama 1/2. I love Death Note is great. I love Tenchi Muyo. Grew up on anime, so I love Sailor Moon. So just like a lot of anime, it's really hard to choose from. Okay. Ugh, that hurts. Bleach is cool. Also, One Punch Man. So good. So good. Thank you for helping me build a happier and healthier mindset in less than 10-minute videos than I built in years of existence. Girl, of course, I go to therapy so you don't have to, or if you can't afford it. That is what I love to do. I am 33 now, and I knew your vids when I was in high school. What? Wait, is that possible? I try not to remember that time. I first saw you playing Nerf with Node. I love your videos. What? That's crazy. I mean, that's cool, but that's crazy, Jimbo. That's crazy as hell. Also, I call my cat Jimbo. That was fun. My girlfriend recently came out as bi to her parents and said it did not go well. I know your experience was different, but how can I best support her? Wow. I would let her know that you're here for her, that you accept her, that her bisexuality is valid. I don't know her specific situation, so it's kind of hard to give advice that isn't generic at this point. I don't know. It would be hard. I would feel heavily, heavily rejected if my parents had had an issue with it. And I'm very lucky that my parents are incredibly supportive of me as a human being and the decisions that I want to have as an adult. Like we have a very strong bond because of what we've gone through as a family. But I mean, it's a big thing for the gay community, queer community, any community actually, to come out to their parents and to feel unloved. So I would just make sure that she knows you love her and that you're there for her in whatever way you can be, but let her mourn that. That's a really important thing for her to be able to do. Jimbo said, "Oh, I hope I knew your vids at high school." Oh, okay. Because I was like, wait, you saw me in high school and you're 33 now? How is that possible? It's like, I've been making videos for that long. That makes way more sense. The thought of coming out as bi to my parents is scary, especially to my mom who is traditional. Yeah, it is scary. I'm sorry. Thank you, John. I mean, it is. I mean, it's hard because your parents are this like all-knowing figure your entire life that are supposed to be like that are supposed to love you unconditionally, but also have so much of a say over how you decide to live, which is like not fair because we didn't decide to be here. So it's like you shouldn't get to tell me what I do for my entire existence. Um, I just recommend trying to be as open and honest as possible and respect them, but also demand respect if you can. Haley, bit of a loaded question. How do I stop seeking the approval from the people around me? Do you still have problems with finding approval from yourself? What a great question, Haley. I have a video coming out, I think like Thursday. That's sort of about this. It's called Why Being Needy is Good. And something that's tied to that is the idea that it's very natural to want the approval of people in your life. And I think the issue comes when we don't have boundaries with who we want the approval of. So there's like, oh God, I just saw this great meme on Instagram that sort of talked about like how can we feel rejected by someone we don't know? They don't know us. We don't know them. Why even if like asking them out or trying to be their friend or whatever, why does their rejection hurt us? They don't know us. And I feel like when you're seeking the approval of others, it's important to have your boundaries with who exactly you're seeking approval from. I want to seek the approval of my peers in like the acting community, in the music community, because those opinions hold weight. I want to seek the approval of my friends, the people who know me closely, the people who understand my values and what I've been through and who I am as a person. I want to seek the approval of my fan base, like people who have been watching me for years and years and have enabled my career to be possible. So I think there's different levels of approval you need. And I think where we get lost is we want the approval from everyone. We want the approval from people we don't know. And that's just impossible. Like we have to accept the fact that some people just won't like us. Some people just won't vibe with our energy. Some people have shit going on that has nothing to do with us, but then they take it out on us. And so I think first and foremost, the approval of myself is the most important thing because if I don't have my own approval, how am I supposed to expect that approval from anybody else? And after that, it's the approval of my family and the people who know me best. After that is the approval of the people who help me with my career. After that is the approval of the peers within those spheres that their opinion holds weight because it's relevant to what I do. After that, I can't really control anything, We're like reliant on the approval of other people. We're social creatures. We're interdependent. That's part of how we survive. It's built into our biology. And so I think it just has to be a very rational process over and over and over again as it happens in order to really cement that inside. Thank you, Valencia. I love helping people become better humans. I love also trying to be a better human. Sebastian says, I sing to one of my cats significantly more than the other. Do you sing to your cats? And do you have the same dilemma? I sing to all of them. I just sing and they're all forced to listen. Congress actually is the most cuddly, so I feel bad because he wants to, every night he has to be here or he has to be here. And all the other cats don't really feel like they can be in that sphere, or like maybe they just don't want to. So I do feel bad that he gets more cuddle time. What is your inspiration? Says Silent Blaze. I have many inspirations. Honestly, one of my biggest inspirations is jealousy. When I look at people doing things that I feel like I want to do, and I feel like a little twinge of jealousy, I'm like, ooh, I like that, means like that's what I want to do. That means like I have to do something like that, and I have to follow that. So I try to follow my feelings, and as I said, feelings aren't necessarily negative. They just give you clues as to like what's going on. Well, thank you, Natalie. Jaden says, what's the hardest lesson you've had to learn from your professional, personal, or romantic relationships? It's a lot of different relationships. One of the hardest lessons I've had to learn is actually in the sphere of all of those, I hire friends a lot, right? I work with significant others a lot, as you probably have seen if you've watched me for a long time. And those lines can get really weird. Opening businesses with friends can get weird if they're not pulling their weight. Being the employer of your boyfriend can be weird, because if he's not doing a good job and you have to like sort of reprimand him, that can get weird. And so for me, it's been about how do I balance all these weird boundary stuff. I've lost friends because I've made videos where like I don't say people's names, and I try to make it a little bit more generic because it has to fit in 3 minutes, but some people feel like their trust has been betrayed. And so for me, it's figuring out those boundaries has been really hard. Thank you. Yes, things will work out, Miss MXIQE Mixeek. Paul says, I like your bits. Thanks for making them. Thank you, Paul. Honestly, it's really nice that these videos help. Sometimes I'm just like even today, I'm like trying to think of videos. I'm just like writing shit down, like how to trick people into thinking you're a snack. It's like no one wants to see this. How to stop being awkward. One question to ask your anxiety. Am I an attention whore? Like literally, I have to spend 4 hours writing down different things until I'm like, yes, this one's doable. It's ridiculous. Will you be writing another book? I'd love to. I just think I need to live more life to have enough stories. Honestly, the one thing I regret about the book more than anything is I had initially the book opened with this really long chapter that detailed my sister's death and the funeral and my drug binge. And it was just really dark and really raw and really real. And everyone who'd read it in the beginning stages like cried. But my editor pulled it out and she was like, no, this isn't in line with the rest of the book. It's too dark. Like we should take it out. And I really didn't want to. We were fighting back and forth about it. Finally, I was like, you know what? She's the professional here. She knows what to do. So we took it out. And then after the book was published, I found out she was dealing with the death of her father. So clearly it wasn't so much that it was the tone of it was too hard. It was what she was dealing with was too hard. And the one critique that I got about the book was that it didn't feel like it went as deep as it could have been. And I was like, yeah, because the one deep chapter that opened the whole book that was supposed to give all of this life advice credibility, because it was an autobiography by a 26-year-old, has been sort of neutered. So I felt like my book got neutered. But I definitely want to do another book that also covers, like, some of you may not remember, I was next to Carrie Fisher on the plane when she died and tweeted about it and got vilified by the internet. So there's been stuff like that, or like, I'm outed Max Landis as a sexual predator. And so there's been a lot of crazy shit in my life. And I had Toby Turner threatened to sue me, and another guy I outed for sexually assaulting me tried to sue me. And like, I just have to wait for enough time to pass to like really go in depth on this stuff. But I definitely want to. Going through life. Oh God, what is it? Wait, what did it say? Oh, what happened? Oh, going through life. I think finding yourself 6 years ago. Am I an adult yet? I still question if 28 is an adult. Totally related to what the fuck was I thinking. Thank you for being you. Yay! Sometimes I wonder if a lot of my old videos are better because I was by myself. I was having so much fun. And like, there wasn't all this pressure on me yet. And also like when you're in the beginning of like a venture, like you have so many ideas. And so it's so exciting. And now I'm like, oh my God, I'm 700 videos in. What else can I write about? So that's lovely to hear. Thank you. Hi, Anna. I got bullied everywhere. School, coaching classes, college, post-grad, office. Oh my God, please make more videos on bullying. I will. I'm so sorry. That's fucked up. Vivian says, I love fitness, but I'm scared to share it on social media because I'll be judged. How do I validate myself so I can pursue my passion and share it publicly? I understand the struggle, okay? Vivian, I want you to know fitness is a very viable thing and you should be proud of yourself. Building muscle is hard. Going to the gym is hard. Eating well and getting enough protein in your system, that's hard. Achieving hypertrophy, that's hard. And if anyone wants to judge you, honestly, it's because they're not happy with themselves. When I started doing more of like the intimate, like bralette and like panty shoots or like body paint shoots, I had so many women in my inbox, and I read my fucking Instagram inbox, you guys. I read the other messages when they get filtered through. I had women shaming me left and right about my body and like, Anna, this isn't you. Anna, like I used to respect you and I used to like you, but now you're just like an Instagram whore. And I was like, excuse me, slut shaming women out there. Like, what's your deal? Why can't I be intelligent and sexy? Why can't I be an advocate for mental health and also be like, hey, look at me. I tried really hard in the gym for 3 years and now I'm happy with my body. Also, like, no offense to bigger women out there, but when a bigger woman posts a photo, it's automatically like brave, which is also bullshit. It's like no one should be like brave for posting their bodies. We should just be embraced that we all have different types of bodies, that every different type of body is beautiful. And I hate the shamey nature around bodies. Also, like as much as everyone wants to tell me that they hate that shit, it's my most engaged content ever is obviously the ones where I'm like naked and I have like a really funny quote or whatever. Anyway, clearly this is a trigger happy topic for me. So you do it, Vivian. You post your goddamn photos. And I want you to know if anyone fucking says anything, you block that motherfucker because they don't deserve to look at your beautiful body and see the hard work that you've done. Avery says, a bit off topic, but are you excited for the new Joker movie? Yes, I am. Oh my God, it looks so good. Joaquin Phoenix. I'm so excited. Okay, Brem Joe says, you plan to be in any more Marvel movies? I wish. I'm here. I wish. Sonam says, I have attempted many times. Oh, I'm sorry. And I am diagnosed with multiple things. But after getting out of a 2-year abusive relationship, I am so happy. I have MDD and anxiety, but I am happy. Congratulations, Sonam. I'm so proud of you. Getting out of a toxic relationship is hard, but you did it, and now you can start living your best life. Corpus says, I love your videos and watching your amazing journey. I'm currently really into filmmaking and the idea of YouTube. Any suggestions for a female POC filmmaker? Make stuff. Make stuff. Don't let equipment hold you back. Don't let anything hold you back. Make stuff all the time. Make it consistently. Have a deadline that works for you. Work towards it all the time. The more you do it, the better you get at it. It's just fact. It just make stuff. Make as much stuff as you can. Joe Kelly says, will you make another short film? Delore made me cry. Thank you. Delore cost me my entire life savings, but I needed to make it because I was very suicidal last year, and I needed to make that, and I needed to make When I Wanted to Die, and I needed to make my visual album to have a reason to live and to process all of those feelings into my art. And I knew if I didn't make all this art, I would probably die. So right now, my business manager told me to stop spending my money. He was like, look, I know you like to invest in yourself. I support your art, but like you need to stop spending all of your money. Just save a little bit. So right now I'm in the saving mode. Kevin, do you have advice for dealing with body image issues? I fell in love with a guy who had a perfect body, and I still feel insecure about mine. Kevin, there is no such thing as a perfect body. You may think that man has a perfect body. Guess what? He does not. Nobody has a perfect body. I want you to get naked. I want you to look in the mirror, and I want you to say, I love you. And every time you pass the mirror, I want you to make eye contact with yourself, and I want you to say, I love you, Kevin. And it's going to be hard, and it's going to be awkward, and you're going to feel real dumb, but you're going to do it every single day for a week. Every time you pass the mirror, I love you, Kevin. Every time you catch sight of your reflection in a window, I love you, Kevin. Every time you look in the rearview mirror to check if you have boogers in your nose, I love you, Kevin. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. If your positive self-talk has to cancel out every negative self-talk thought you've had in order to rewire your brain, that's a lot of I love you, Kevins. And honestly, everyone's going to have body image issues forever because we're constantly bombarded by the media that we're not good enough so that we buy things. And so you have to actively combat that by looking in the mirror. And if you have things you want to improve, go improve them. Go. Be your best self. If you feel like your body can be represented in a way that suits you better, go do that, Kevin. But honestly, I want you to also have self-acceptance. I want you to have the self-acceptance enough to love your body exactly as it is, but think that, like, I want to improve things for me. Okay, Kevin? You go do that and you fucking report back to us. Roman says, hi, Anna. Thank you for making amazing videos. Thank you for watching, Roman. Question, how to fight the feeling of not being good enough? I'm scared of moving up in my career because of that. Roman, I do not want you to self-sabotage anymore. What you are going to do, Roman, is every single day, I want you to write one full page, longhand, pen, pencil, color marker, whatever you want. I want you to put I, Roman, whatever your last name is, am good enough. And I want you to write that over and over and over again. Even better if you can get more specific. If you can say, I, Anna Akana, am worthy of all the love and success that I desire. You're going to write that over and over again, one full page, okay? And every time you have a thought that negates that, I want you to write it on the back. So if I go, I, Anna Akana, am worthy of all the love and success that I deserve. And a thought goes, well, I mean, like, I can't have everything that I want. Then I'll turn the page over and I'll write, well, I can't have everything that I want. And then I go back to writing my affirmation. Every single thought to the bottom of that page, you write it on the back. Now you turn that shit over when you're done. You look at this list and I want you to turn every single negative phrase into a positive. Well, I can't have everything that I want. I can have everything that I want. Well, it may take a really long time and I may never get it. It can be easy and I can have it easily. Whatever it takes. I want you to do that every single day. Every single day, without fail. I don't care if you have to wake up half an hour earlier. Do it every single day until there are no more negative thoughts on the back of that page. And then I still want you to write your affirmations, whatever feels good to you. I promise you, the more you start doing that, you just start reframing your limiting beliefs. Gibson says, you're an inspiration to us all. Keep striving to reach your goals. Thank you, Gibson. I really can't say your name. Is it Monique? Is it as easy as Monique? M-X-I-Q-E? Ever look in the mirror and say, how did I get this sexy? I did. The other day I looked in the mirror and I was like, I really like my body. And you know what it was? It was 5 years of weight training and eating healthy and trying to get enough sleep and some other stuff. Okay. Oops. Sorry, I got really into some stuff, you guys. Do you still play the guitar and sing? You see that, baby? That's a piano. You see that? That's a guitar. You see that? That's a sing box. Your girl's gonna be releasing music next month, and it's gonna be motherfucking great. It's gonna be great. Thank you, Billy Bob. Did you ever consider becoming a counselor? No, I haven't. I don't know if I'd make a good therapist. I just really like personal development and self-awareness and that kind of journey. Like, I like the journey of self. I like knowing myself. I like life hacks. I don't know, I'm fascinated that there's an entire world we can't really see inside of ourselves and that there's stuff that we can do to become better. I don't know. I was always a kid who wanted to be better. And so, yeah. Thank you, Nah. Hey, I love your videos. You always have great insights, especially when it comes to relationship and self-love. Thank you for all your effort. Of course. There's actually a great book recommended to me by a fan called Why You're Not Married Yet by Tracy McMillan. And it sounds like a very clickbaity title, I know. And the chapters are very clickbaity, as in like, you're a bitch, you're a liar, you're a slut. But I love it because it was so subversive in turning all those stereotypes on their head and showcasing the issues that you can work on yourself and how you might be pushing away the thing that you claim to want, which is like a relationship, a committed relationship, whatever, and how you're failing to love yourself. Highly, highly recommend this book. It was really good. I read it in a day. Excuse me. Pirate says, recommended books for dealing with low self-esteem. Oh God, I have so many recommended books for you. I would personally, first of all, recommend The Power of Now. Read The Power of Now. I think what's helped me find more worth than anything recently has been my reconnection to spirituality and my reconnection to self. And really believing in a higher power. And if you asked me like a year ago, I would have said I was atheist, but it was this last big suicidal episode that I turned to the universe and I turned to, whatever you want to call it, God, source, spirit, higher power. We have so many different names for it. I personally find God to have a lot of negative connotations growing up in my life, like organized religion, which I don't believe. I classify myself as more spiritual, but I really feel like the moment I finally was like, okay, I can't do this alone. Like, I don't have a reason to live. Like, please, what do I do? And I found a higher power that I could believe in, and a spiritual side of myself. It helped me so much just feel intrinsically loved and intrinsically worthy. And I feel like do whatever works for you. I'm like part Wiccan, part Buddhist, part whatever. Like, I just take whatever I feel like works for me, and I keep it quite close to the chest. And I feel like each one of us has to really cultivate that side of ourselves, because we as a millennia have been really rejecting organized religion, which I think is important, because organized religion can be very corrupt, very malicious, very bad. But I think now more than ever, we need to have a sort of spirituality guiding us, because otherwise, how do we measure our own journey and our own contributions, our own value system? I don't know, I really found that to be helpful for me. So I'll go back to China over the weekend, and I loved it. Thank you. Love your videos. My 3 cats are fans of Congress. Congress has fans. Congress, you have fans. Any advice for dealing with people who are technically intelligent but are practically complete idiots who create all their own problems in life? You cannot help anyone on their journey. You may try to be the best friend that you can. You may point out problematic views in their thinking, but most people cannot get the help that they need until they want it. And when they want it, they will ask for it. I have learned this the hard way. And try to maintain your patience. If they're driving you crazy, have boundaries. I have a friend who I love to death. She drains me. She is negative. She has caused most of her problems in her life. She has very problematic views. It drives me insane. So sometimes I just have to take a break and I can't see her. And you know what? I still want to be friends with her, but that means I have to have really strict boundaries. Hey, Anna, have you ever had magic mushrooms? Have I? Come on. I've talked about this. Hey, I sent you a message here on YouTube a while ago of a topic that needs to be explored more in today's society. Would appreciate if you gave it a read at least. I don't even know where messages on YouTube are. You should tweet that to me, because I don't. There are messages on YouTube. Silent Blaze. That's the best person to take up the mantle. You've always been a great help to me, and one of the reasons I'm going to school for psychology. Thank you. I actually just bought a book. I don't know where I put it. Called The Guide to Rational Living. A friend of mine recommended it. Her father and her mother actually are both therapists, and it's basically about the 13 irrational fears that we carry as human beings. And if we can learn to deal with these irrational fears, then we can have a pretty secure and stable life. And so I'm very excited to dive in, you guys. Very excited. My girlfriend and I, based in Shanghai, love your work. Thank you, Kevin. I'm a writing coach. I know how tiring it is to give and to give. Please take time for yourself and rest. Giving feels productive, but we all need to recharge. Kevin, these are wise words, and they are things I am currently learning. I have taken most of this weekend to recharge. I was gone for 6 weeks, and I was filming 2 movies back to back, and then I got home and was just thrown into the fray of meetings. And my body really, truly gave up. I developed a UTI immediately, and also a sinus infection. And then I got this flu all at once. And so it was a very clear sign for my body that I needed a break. And that's always been the hardest thing for me, is taking breaks. But I'm learning. Dylan wants to know, what's your informational source for nutrition? I've done a lot of research over the years. What my body strives on the most, I've found, is the macrobiotic diet, very similar to the Japanese diet. I am predominantly vegetarian. On occasion, if I have like a hankering for fish, then I will have a little bit of fish, because I know I trust my body. And when I was pure vegan for like a couple years, I would bruise easily. I was trying all kinds of different things. I was like doing all the research. I was getting like the B12 shots. I was doing all the shit. And everybody is just different. And I truly believe everyone could afford to cut down on meat. We do not need that much meat in our diet. But I also trust that everyone has to do what's good for them. Hi, Anna. You are a large number of second years old. That's good to know. Thank you so much. There's a lot of seconds. Irfan says, both of my best friends started dating each other, and now I'm not sure how to adjust to that. I don't think they suit each other and don't make a good couple, but I always want to be supportive. Any tips? I think you just have to be supportive, Irfan. I mean, it's their relationship. And whether or not you think they suit each other and make a good couple, unfortunately, is irrelevant. I mean, if you're both of their best friends, you're probably right, because you can see what they cannot. However, this is a lesson they need to learn on their own. I met a guy, and I'm so scared that I already convinced myself that I don't. Oh, I'm going to meet a guy. I'm so scared. I already convinced myself that I don't want to meet him, that I will not have the time or the availability. Christian, this sounds like self-sabotaging. I want you to stop, okay? You don't know this guy. Maybe he sucks. All you know is that you're great. Don't be nervous about meeting him. He should be nervous about meeting you. I want you to go meet this guy, and I want you to get into his space beforehand, even if it takes like 2 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever. Close your eyes and breathe. And I want you to tell yourself all of your good qualities. And I want you to tell yourself, if he's the right man for you, he will stay. And if he's the wrong man for you, the universe will send him away. If he can't recognize your inherent value, he's not your person. But we date, and so much of the time we put emphasis hoping that the other person will like us when we're not even looking at, like, who is this person? What are their values? Do those values line up with mine? Do I even like them? Do they actually suck? Like, these are the things we should be thinking. It's not an audition. It's two people coming together to mutually decide if we have compatibility or the potential for love. Don't put yourself down and put him on the pedestal because you don't know him. Kylene says, I lost 2 sisters. Oh, Kylene, I'm sorry. And I have mental health stuff. Your work has helped me. Fan for years. I love seeing your personal and career growth. Favorite hobby? My favorite hobby is reading. I love reading. I love reading a lot. Yeah, reading. All right, guys, my voice is getting really tired. My voice is giving out, and I have to shoot tomorrow, so I'll have to go. Also, it's been an hour on this stream. Please post all your book recommendations somewhere on the regular, says Carlos. I do. I post them for those of you on my Patreon. So for people who support my Patreon, whether it be $1 or whatever they can afford, and if you can't afford that, I totally understand, and thank you for watching anyway. But I usually give people on my Patreon updates about the books I'm reading or a comprehensive list of the books that I've read from year to year. All right, guys, I'm very tired now. It is 9 o'clock. I'm going to go to bed and get these baggy eyes some rest. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope this was a lovely stream, and mayhaps I will do it again. All right, good night, everyone. Goodbye. Bye, Congo.